Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 1, Lines We Cross. I think that's the name of the episode. So, spoilers away. If you haven't seen this episode yet and don't want to find out what happens, then stop listening and go watch this episode right now because it is awesome. Just go watch it. Go watch it. A recap, especially a recap for me, would do it no justice at all. It's one of the best season premieres, I would say. Although I don't remember specifically what happens in other season premieres. Last season was pretty good season premiere, but this one is like fully in this quality mode. And yeah, so spoilers begin now. So, we get a quick recap from Judith about what's going on, and she's like telling the story over the radio. And also later on, she's telling the story to Art. Is it RJ? Is that her brother's name? Telling a story about a brave man, and I don't know why they can't just. Why are they removing Rick's name from his legend status to his son, right? Like, why not say that that's who he is? I don't understand that. But anyway, we get a recap of what happens last, and then we get caught up with what everybody's been doing since all the events of last season's craziness. That the Whisperers are perceived to be gone, but they still are. They don't want any more awful things to happen, so they respect the Porters and all of that. We see that Carol has gone off to sea. She has returned just in time for the events of this episode, the inciting incident of this season of the satellite, a Russian satellite entering the atmosphere, burning up and crashing nearby. We get some parallel storytelling from all the different locations leading up to that moment, and then everything culminates for the last couple acts of the episode, them fighting the fire. And the thing is that the satellite crashed across the border in the Whisperers' territory. So to fight the fires, but if they don't go fight the fires, it could spread and just destroy everything. So they take that risk. I'm jumping ahead here. They take the risk and cross the border so that they can fight the fire, and it also attracts a bunch of walkers, so they're fighting them off as well. But yeah, this is such a cool event for the TV show. I'm pretty sure that nothing like this happened in the comics. Like, nothing anywhere close to being like this happened in the comics. I don't think. But maybe something like this did happen, and I just completely forget it. But if you haven't been keeping up with the comics, I did talk about this in a new comics episode the week that it came out, and it's Walking Dead 191, I think it is, or 192, whatever it is. I talk about it in that episode that the Walking Dead comic book is over. It ended with that issue. So there's any number of directions that the TV show could go that it doesn't really. It is on track somewhat with the comics right now, but I feel like there's even more freedom now, knowing that, the comic is done. There's not more stuff that they're going to be bringing up in the comics that they could draw from, bring it forward in the timeline to use some of those elements, that kind of thing that they have before the Whisperer stuff. It seemed like they were kind of doing that, like reaching forward and bringing stuff closer in, further up into the storyline. Same with Fear of the Walking Dead a little bit, but I haven't watched Fear of the Walking Dead since the first 3 episodes of season 2. I need to go back and watch those, and maybe I'll do some episodes about that, but catching up with it. But yeah, anyway, the comic book is over, and I think that maybe makes the TV show have a little bit more freedom, in a way, maybe. Whatever it means, the TV show is pretty awesome right now, in my opinion. So yeah, Carol and Daryl, earlier on, they're talking about running away together. Carol mainly, and Daryl's just kind of going along with it because he likes her a lot. He calls her his best friend and everything, and she wants to run away. She wants Daryl to come out on a boat with him. He's like, nope. And then she's like, okay, well, let's go out on the road on your bike. And he's like, okay, maybe. And then, he makes a friendship bracelet for her real quick while they're talking there. And yeah, she doesn't make one for him. It's kind of rude. But anyway, at the end of the episode, after the fire has been taken, is under control, it's been extinguished. Eugene insists that he gets some help excavating the satellites so he could use some of the technology and stuff like that. Also we got a snapshot of raising the baby, Rosa's baby, with the whole three dads type of situation over there. We had some great scenes with Lydia and Negan, and then also Negan and Gabriel had a little bit of a chat after that. So Negan, he's been being put to work. He's picking tomatoes and things like that, and he talks to Lydia to try to find out what's going on. And so he then talks to Gabriel. Is like, you gotta get things under control here. You gotta make him feel safe somehow. And Gabriel's like, oh, I can't lie. It's like, it's not lying. It's fine. It's using the truth to manipulate people or whatever he said. But yeah, there's so much that I could talk about from this whole episode. But the main thing is that at the end, we see Carol and Daryl have gone off to look out over like a ravine type of thing or whatever. And Daryl's like, hey, don't leave. And we're not going to run off together. So don't leave, or I'm gonna sink all the boats, basically. So he's kind of threatening her a little bit, but it comes from a place of like, yeah, they do need Carol. My favorite moment of the whole thing. So they're fighting this fire from the satellite, and then the walkers come because they're attracted by the noise, of course, and so Carol, the people who are at Alexandria, they finally get there, and they're all fighting. Well, Carol was already there the whole time, but whatever. But they're fighting the walkers and fighting the fire, and at one point, Carol slits a walker's throat, and I thought, that doesn't kill them. What are you doing? You know better than this. But then she was using the blood spurting out of its throat to extinguish another walker that was on fire. And that was freaking awesome. And I'm so happy that it made me laugh a lot. It laughed really hard. And I'm so happy that whoever thought of that. And all the people who made that moment happen on screen. Well done. But anyway, at the end of the episode, Carol's left there on that cliff face or whatever. That overlook of the ravine and whatnot, and down below there, she sees somebody looking up at her. It's Alpha. They are back because the beginning of the episode I totally forgot about this part. They have a training session at Oceanside, like on the beach, where they're just taking on a couple of walkers at a time and all of that, and it goes fairly well, except that the wrecked ship that they were all on, the wall came down, so all of them came out all at once, but it was still totally fine. And so they get back to Oceanside, and the kids are playing in the sand, and washed up on the beach is a whisperer mask, and so that's everybody's starting to freak out a little bit, like getting on the radio, hey, going to lockdown or whatever, maybe. But then Michonne was like, no, don't panic, everybody. Just be alert. So, yeah, the end of the episodes, Carol and Alpha looking at each other. Carol obviously way across the border into Whisperer territory. It's so fun. I thought it was a really... I'm still a little bit sick. I thought it was really funny that Alpha was just like kind of stretching, like, just enjoying the day, and like, oh no, how dare they? She, like, just turns her head a little bit and sees there's Carol. Yeah, and Carol's up there like, oh no, there's Alpha. I'm looking forward to see what happens next. That was the end of the episode. I did not watch the preview for next week. I will not watch the preview for next week and I will continue that through the whole season. So that my speculation of what happens next is not tarnished by actual footage of the show, etc. But yeah, I'm super excited for the rest of the season. It's off to an amazing start. All the characters that died in the end of last season, I didn't really think about missing them as far as missing seeing them on the show, because everybody else was so good, so interesting to watch, that I did not I missed them on behalf of the characters on screen, but I did not miss them as far as I wish they were still on the show, that kind of thing. So I think that's oh my god, that freaked me out for a second. There's like a little black wasp thing, but it's on the outside of my car, so I'm safe, I hope, unless it like crawls through like a little vent or something. Get away from here. Oh, it's freaky. And then there's so many like ravens out here. It's crazy. I'm at a rest stop just before the Nevada border. I'm still in California. And there's like a billion like 3 or 4. No, there's a lot of them. There are a lot of them. But anyway, what was I even talking about? I don't know. I'm excited for this season. It's off to a great start, and I can't wait to see what happens next. And next week I will not be. There's not a pay-per-view or anything on Sunday, so I should be able to watch it. Actually, apparently AMC Premiere, which I have a subscription to, it's like $50 a year or something like that. I forgot I paid for it. I don't use it. I haven't used it since last season ended, but I paid for the whole year anyway. But I guess episodes come out 48 hours early on there, so I may be watching this on Friday. So I might. Oh, a whole other tour bus of people. All the people head to Las Vegas. But, so I might... Oh, what are you doing? You're an idiot. Wow. Dude just drove across the sidewalk from the truck side into the automobile side because he's an idiot. Anyway, so I'll post my... I'll still wait until like Sunday night to post the episode, and maybe I'll watch it twice. I don't know, but stay tuned for all that. Maybe I'll do early episode. They don't even look both ways when they cross the street. Like, this lady doesn't even look to her left. She's looking away from the car that's coming right at her. Like, you guys are dumb. I haven't seen a single this person about to walk right into this car. Wow. I think this bus is full of walkers. Their only sense of changing direction is if they run into something. Anyway, let me know what you thought about this episode by tweeting me at TIW. Oh, and this guy, He's backing up when there's clearly a car right behind him. Let me know what you thought about this episode by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever you like to listen. Stay safe out there in all the infinite multiverses, and I'll see it. Oh, man, that guy like darted in a gap between a bunch of people. Like, wow. Stay safe out there in all of the infinite multiverses, unlike all of these people that I'm watching dodging cars left and right. And I'll see you next time here on TIW Podcast. Bye!